What's going on, guys? Today we are checking out a Powerbeats Pro clone by MGet, and they're called the Power Pro earphones. And I'm doing this video out of popular demand. A lot of people have been asking me to review Powerbeats Pro clones, and so today is your lucky day. But before we jump into the details on these guys, I just want to say that if this is your first time to the channel, welcome to Plug and Play. My name is J-Dub, and the goal of this channel is to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. Now, with that out of the way, let's unbox these and see what we get. All right, guys, so here we have the Powerbeats Pro clones, also known as the Power Pro earphones from MGet. Packaging wise, you'll see here it's literally one-to-one minus a little bit of the tape from shipping, but Powerbeats Pro, everything looks the same here. The back looks identical. It all looks very, very real and all that stuff there. So let's crack this guy open here. You slide this open. Case wise, just another box inside of a box. And then you have the Powerbeats Pro in the case right there. In the packaging, we have the manual, which is what you would expect here. Oh, let's get the manual out. And then you have a black lightning cable as well as some additional ear tips in the packaging there as well. So very, very straightforward, exactly what you should expect from some clones of the Powerbeats Pro. The earbuds themselves, the case itself, okay, first of all, it's a very large case. If you're, obviously, if you're watching this video, you're probably already familiar with the Powerbeats Pro. This case is identical to the Powerbeats Pro. It's got the Powerbeats logo on the front. On the bottom, you got a flat little place so that it can sit flat on the table without sliding off or rolling off. You got a lightning cable here on the back, and you got your LED indicator here on the front. I can show you the little dot right there. It actually has the full pairing flow on iOS. So you put these guys next to it, you flip it open, and you're going to see that it actually has the H1 chip to do the full pairing of the earbuds themselves. So we'll push and hold down the button as it says, and we should get pairing, connecting, and everything works really, really well. So not setting that up, but there you go. There's your battery life on the case and on the earbuds themselves. So as you guys just saw, there is the pairing that you would come to expect from the real thing. Now, outside of that, again, the earbuds themselves, let's pull them out here. You can see that the case, again, very, very chunky case. You got your pairing button here on the front. This allows you to also pair it with Android. I use a Galaxy S9 Plus, which works perfectly with these. So keep that in mind. That works great. We'll put the case over here. But the earbuds themselves, you're going to notice, look really, really good. I mean, we're talking literally identical. You got the button out here on the front. You got this rubberized over ear hook here, which is great for people that are active and work out. You got your contacts on the bottom. You got your microphone hole right next to those as well. And you got your gel ear tips as well as your in-ear sensors. So everything here is present. You even have your volume control manipulation buttons on the top. Everything that you're looking for is here. So there you have it, guys. That's everything that comes in the package. That's what they look like. That's the case. So now let's jump over, talk about specs and what I think. So as you guys just saw in the unboxing, the Power Pro earphones are literally a one-to-one copy. They're so much so that we call these guys a super copy, meaning that they are so feature parodied with the real thing that it's almost questionable as to whether they're just not the real thing at a discounted price. But they are considered a clone and they are called something different, and so we're gonna run with that. But let's talk about some specs and then we'll get into what I think and the overall pricing and where you can get them and all that other good stuff. So the first things first, we saw in the unboxing is the pop-up feature, right? So the full H1 chip flow for pairing, and then after that for battery life, and every time you open up the case, basically it just automatically connects with your iOS device. So that is awesome. The other thing that I do want to mention, these are compatible with Android. I actually use them with a Galaxy S9 Plus on a regular basis. The pairing flow is a little bit different with that, but the instructions are in the manual. So talking about some of the important stuff, battery life. Overall battery life, the entire package as a whole. So when the case is fully charged with the earbuds inside, you have a total of 24 hours of battery life. On my testing these guys from full charge all the way down to dead, I got about 6.5 hours of battery life. So overall, I was pretty impressed, and I feel like, to be honest with you, if you were to listen to them at a little bit lower volume, lower than what I was listening to about 80%, and depending on the type of genre of music, and how often, the distance you are away from your device and how often you use them just in a listening session, I think you could probably extend that out to the 7-hour mark, but 6.5 hours I got pretty easily, very comfortably, without much of a problem. So overall, very happy with that. With that battery life, what that tells me is that this case should be able to charge them an additional 3 to 4 times from dead to full, which is awesome. So overall, 24 hours of battery life in total. Again, these are designed to kind of be a workout pair of earbuds, right? Beats are kind of directed in that direction. They're kind of designed with the over here hook is designed for really people with active lifestyles, runners, gym, working out, people that are really active and don't want those earbuds to fall out. So I would say that 24 hours of total battery life is great. If you're using these as kind of your dedicated gym earphones or earbuds, you should be able to use these for multiple days without having to bring them back to the charger, which is great. Moving on from battery life, now let's talk about audio quality. Now, when I first got these, I was very skeptical about how they were going to sound. I've tried the Powerbeats Pro, so I know what the sound signature is on those, and I was really interested to see how they replicated that on the clones here. And to be honest with you, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. As you would expect, they are very, very heavy in the bass department. And that's exactly what you would get with the Powerbeats Pro, and that's exactly what you get with the clones. These guys pump the bass. And I mean, they really, really pump the bass. Now, the first thing I do want to mention is that if you get these and you're trying them out and you're like, wow, they sound good, I did get a lot of bass, but it's not like really rattling my brain, make sure that you have the right sized earbuds. Now, I normally wear a medium sized ear tip, so just about every pair of earbuds, when I pull them out of the case, they tend to just pop right in and I'm good to go. These guys, I actually bumped up to the large tips to really get that seal in there, and that made all the difference. Switching from the medium to the large for me, for my ears, got a better seal, and that's when it was like literally vibrating my brain inside. The bass on these guys is very, very good. Outside of that, the mids and the highs are pretty solid. I mean, when it comes to Powerbeats Pro, you expect a deep bass. You're there to get some really pumping, to get the blood pumping, get you pumped up, get you excited, to be working out, to doing whatever you're doing. And these guys accomplish that perfectly. The bass does tend to be present all the way throughout the mids and the highs, so it does have a warmer feel to the sound. But they do have great highs and they do have great mids. But man, they really, really accelerate at the bass. So if you are a bass head and you're considering getting these because you wanted something to replicate the bass that comes in the Powerbeats Pro, you will not be disappointed. And last but not least, let me give you a little audio sample of the microphone and let you decide what you think, because it is what it is.
All right, guys, so here you have a microphone test of the Power Pro earphones. I'm talking normal standard volume levels here. There's no editing whatsoever to the audio. Again, as usual, the only editing that I may have done would be to raise or lower the volume just a little bit to make sure that it's not blowing your ears out on the video. But overall, this is the sound quality that you should expect from the Power Pro earphones, the Powerbeats Pro clones.
So as you guys just heard from the microphone sample, the audio quality isn't fantastic. I definitely wouldn't say that you would use these as a main source of conference calls or, sales calls or anything like that. Or if you're somebody who just does a lot of phone calling and talks a lot to people on the phone, these probably aren't the earbuds that are going to accomplish that for you. So I wouldn't expect them to do it with that audio quality. At the end of the day, though, if you're just, making phone calls to tell your family you're okay, or call mom real quick, or make, here and there phone calls and things like that, you're going to be heard just fine. I mean, realistically, it's not the worst sound that I've heard on a microphone from true wireless earbuds, but it's definitely not the best. So again, it's up to you guys. I'm going to throw that back to you. You guys make the decision on what you think the microphone quality is out of that sample there. But yeah, that's what you get. So at the end of the day, is there anything that I don't like? The only things are not necessarily problems with the earbuds themselves, but rather improvements that I would like to see. One, the case. It's a pretty chunky case. It's not the smallest case. I like, compact, but at the end of the day, like I said, this is kind of a design thing. The way that these earbuds are shaped, the size of them, they require something that has some chunk to it. I feel like there may have been some optimizations that they could have done to shrink the size down, but it is what it is. Again, if you're going for Powerbeats Pros, this is an identical case to those, so I guess I can't really complain. I mean, I can, but I guess I probably shouldn't. The only other problems that I kind of realized, again, was the microphone quality, which you just heard and I just explained, so I'm not going to dive into that. I think that could definitely be improved. And last but not least, the one thing that if I could see something improved on these guys would be getting touch controls. So with all that said, what is my final verdict on these? And what it comes down to is, are you looking at getting Powerbeats Pros? Yes or no? If you are, and you don't want to pay the full price, that's what the clones are for. And they do provide, I believe, a very, very comparable model. Now, at the time of making this video, these guys are $94.99 in the US, so $95 US, available on the MGet website. As usual, guys, the link is down in the description below, and keep in mind that that link is an affiliate link, so if you do use it, I do make a small commission off of the sale, so just keep that in mind when you click that link and you're going to potentially purchase. But with that said, I think 95 bucks, being that it's a fraction of the price of the real thing, these are a pretty good deal. If you really don't want to spend the full amount on the Powerbeats Pro, but you want to look like you're wearing them, you want to feel like you're wearing them, these are a great alternative to that. Would I buy them? You know, if I was looking for some very, very specific workout headphones, right, with the over-ear hooks, like if I actually went to the gym and actually lifted weights and I was actually trying to be fit, which currently at this moment I'm not. If I was, these would be a great alternative for, again, a fraction of the price. So in my opinion, yes, I think they're a good buy if that's what you're going for. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to ask me anything, you need any more clarification, you want to chat, hit me up down in the comment section below, because I love chatting with you guys down there. But other than that, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully this was helpful for you, but I will see you in the next video.